Good day, everyone, and welcome to another in our series of webinars. Today, we will be introducing you to the new generation of Parrot and Sensefly drones, and also covering post-processing software options. I am one of the presenters today, Everard Johnson. I am the geomatics product specialist at Spatial Innovision. I will cover details on the Parrot quadcopters and Sensefly fixed-wing drones. And my co-presenter, Lionel Grant, will be covering details on post-processing software options of Pix4D Mapper and ESRI Drone2Map. At the end of the webinar, we'll take questions from the audience. Our new generation has two verticals, the Parrot quadcopters and the Sensefly fixed wing. For the quadcopters, there is the Anafi, the Bebop Pro thermal, and the BlueGrass Field. Whereas for the fixed wing, it is the EBX and others, but my focus today will be on the EBX. The Parrot Anafi is equipped with a HD camera that captures video in 4K high dynamic range, HDR, at a bitrate of 100 megabytes per second and captures still images at 21 megapixel resolution. The camera boasts exclusive video and photo shooting capabilities thanks to its unique 180 degrees tilt gimbal and up to 2.8 times lossless zoom. Its ultra-compact foldable form means you can take this Parrot drone with you anytime and anywhere. It is easy to use and has a high resistance to extreme weather conditions. Anafi has a 25-minute flight time with advanced performances, and it can be deployed in less than a minute and work for 1 hour, 40 minutes with its 4 smart batteries. Anafi embedded artificial intelligence takes advantage of its automated flight modes to capture spectacular shots. This quadcopter is perfectly suited for professional applications because of its high resolution for video, mapping, and 3D modeling. Some of the professionals who would appreciate the Anafis are architect, surveyor, and contractors. It is also versatile for inspection use cases such as bridges and dams, where professionals such as engineers, roofers, and public safety personnel would get great results and achieve their goals. This drone is small, therefore it's easy to carry around and unfold and use anywhere. It has a horizontal speed of 15.3 meters per second and a vertical speed of 4 meters per second. It also has a wind resistance of up to 50 kilometers per hour. It has a service ceiling of 4,500 meters above mean sea level. It is equipped with GPS and GLONASS satellite signals. Other specifications such as a video resolution shows where this drone will give you a 4K ultra high definition. Also, it has a digital zoom, which gives lossless zoom up to 2.8 times full high definition. The Parrot Anafi camera is mounted on a 3-axis gimbal with a 180-degree vertical tint, so it can point straight up into the air or straight down onto the ground. The controller is very user-friendly, which has an operating frequency of 2.4 to 5.8 gigahertz, which gives a maximum range of 4 kilometers. The controller is used with an Android device with a Free Flight 6 app for taking high-quality pictures regardless of your experience. When you purchase a Parrot Anafi, you will get 1 Parrot Anafi drone, 4 smart batteries, 1 Parrot Sky Controller 3, 1 carry case, and 8 additional propeller blades. However, if you buy it with Anafi work, you will also get Pix4D capture and model, which is a 1-year license, and Parrot Business Solution, Sensefly professional grade technical support. I will now show a video of what the Anafi can do.
Anafi is a flying camera that contains cutting-edge photography software and hardware. An integrated camera uses a latest generation sensor for spectacular 4K HDR videos and 21 megapixel photos. HDR adds a far more dynamic range to the image. It's ideal for filming a sunset or a bright blue sky with exposed backdrops. Anafi is the only drone on the market able to do this. It's a camera capable of taking unique photos and videos that just aren't possible with any other drone in the same category. The camera tilts from -90 to +90 degrees vertically and takes shots from all angles. The camera is equipped with a wide-angle lens featuring a 110-degree diagonal field of view. The optic was specifically designed to limit lens flare in all lighting conditions.
We integrated an up to 2 times lossless digital zoom and an up to 3 times standard digital zoom. The zoom led us to create a brand new smart drone called Dolly Zoom, better known as the famous vertigo effect.
I hope you enjoyed that video and saw some capabilities of Anafi. I will now speak about the Parrot Bebop Pro Thermal. Using a drone makes it safer for a roofer to carry out thermal analysis of a roof from the sky. Parrot Bebop Pro Thermal is a quadcopter that allows architects, builders, roofers, and real estate agencies to safely carry out inspections with its 2 embedded cameras. By capturing thermal images, it is possible to identify the temperature difference on a roof and locate areas with bad thermal insulation. This easy-to-use and accessible solution enables you to make videos and take pictures of buildings and roof in visual or thermal images. It will quickly provide an overview of identifying major thermal losses. This 2-in-1 Parrot drone provides a conventional and thermal visualization of construction site, an innovative inspection that detects energy losses on buildings, even in areas that are difficult to access, making it possible to then prioritize the works. The Parrot Bebop Pro Thermal is also equipped with infrared sensor that can switch from conventional video to thermal vision. This is an essential feature for identifying heat differences and locating people. No knowledge of flying drones is required to manage this. Thanks to the image taken from the sky, team can observe the site over an extended distance. FreeFly Thermal is free mobile app, and it's also compatible and is only compatible with Parrot Bebop Pro Thermal. The mobile app is available on the Google Play Store and compatible with Android tablets. With this new FreeFly Thermal mobile app, it provides live streaming and recording of both the visual and thermal images on your smartphone or tablet connected to the Parrot Sky Controller 2. Some features of the Bebop Pro Thermals are visual, photo, and video streaming and recording, thermal image photo capture, and live video streaming. You can switch between visual camera and thermal camera at any time. It has a 3 color palettes available to serve different use cases: standard, dynamic, and hotspots. Other general specifications are that it comes with a RGB camera, full HD. It have a thermal imaging, forward-looking infrared, 1 Pro thermal image camera. It has a battery life of up to 25 minutes flying time with a range of up to 2 kilometers with a sky controller too. Its connectivity is by Wi-Fi. It comes with an easy-to-use controller. The thermal camera has an accuracy of plus or minus 3 degrees Celsius or plus or minus 5%, which is typically percent of the difference between ambient and scene temperature. Once a Parrot Bebop thermal is bought, you will get 1 Parrot Bebop Pro thermal, 1 forward-looking infrared 1 Pro camera, 1 Parrot Sky Controller 2, 3 batteries, free flight thermal app, and 1 backpack. I will now show you a video of what it can do. I will now give a overview of the Parrot BlueGrass Fields. Another quadcopter is the Parrot BlueGrass Field. This is an agriculture drone. The Parrot BlueGrass Field is a comprehensive, ready-to-fly drone solution that spans the entire crop analysis workflow. Parrot BlueGrass Fields provides agriculture professionals with insight they need to maximize their yields and boost the quality of their crop. Parrot BlueGrass Fields allows farmers to monitor their crops from the air by conducting drone flights that require no knowledge of flying. Professional Parrot solutions make life easier for farmers by enabling them to carry out aerial surveillance, work on their vineyards, fruit trees, berries, rapeseed, and grain crops. It includes an efficient, rugged, and easy-to-use agriculture drone, which boasts a robust carbon fiber body up to 25 minutes of flight time, flight coverage of up to 65 hectares, which is 160 acres, at 400 feet, and a tailor-made backpack for easy transportation. It has a flexible vertical takeoff and landing capability, ensures efficient operations even in confined areas. The analysis of images and videos captured during the drone flights gives you a quick overview of your plots of land without having to cover the entire field by yourself. Parrot BlueGrass drone can be manually or automatically flown with a flight plan to map specific area of your land without being an experienced pilot. Equipped with state-of-the-art technology, the farmer can easily control his device to analyze up to 150 hectares of data per week via normalized difference vegetation index, which is NDVI, maps and generated zoning. A normal healthy plant will absorb visible blue and red light and reflect green visible light, which is why they appear green to our eyes. The NDVI maps will indicate how healthy your crops are by assessing whether the target being observed contains live green vegetation or not. Parrot BlueGrass Fields is a truly multi-purpose solution that suits both precise crop mapping and visual scouting. It includes the industry-leading Parrot Sequoia multispectral sensor and a 14 megapixel front RGB camera to capture both pictures and video in full HD. The data captured by the drone is processed to map the plot of land. The farmer then has NDVI maps and zoning available within hours of the flight. These maps are an accurate X-ray of the entire plot of land to draw up a health inventory of the vegetation. It includes a 1-year subscription to Parrot Fields mobile mapping app. Parrot Fields simplifies the entire in-field workflow. Therefore, it can perform automated mapping flights, generate NDVI maps in real time, and perform unique semi-autonomous scouting. Parrot BlueGrass Fields also include a 1-year subscription to Pix4D Fields desktop and cloud software for further in-depth analysis of crop data gathering, including the creation of index maps for crops performance analysis and prescription maps that are easily exported to tractors and farm management information system. Some of the Parrot BlueGrass general specifications are: it has a range of up to 1.24 miles using the Parrot Sky Controller 2. It can fly for 25 minutes, and it has a built-in GPS plus GLONASS receiver. The Parrot Sequoia camera, which the Parrot BlueGrass uses, has a 4 separate band: green, red, red edge, and near infrared, and a RGB camera, and it also has a sunshine sensor which measures global and diffuse radiation and sunshine duration. Once purchased, you will receive a Parrot BlueGrass drone, a Parrot Sequoia multispectral sensor, 3 batteries, 1 controller, and 4 additional propeller blades. I will now play a video of what the BlueGrass field does.
Meet Parrot BlueGrass Fields, the end-to-end drone solution for agriculture. Parrot BlueGrass Fields is a comprehensive tool that spans the entire crop analysis workflow. Parrot BlueGrass Fields is easy to transport and set up. It's supplied in a sturdy custom-made backpack and ready to fly in no time. Simply connect your smart device to the Parrot Sky Controller, plan your automatic flight with the Parrot Fields mobile app, and you're ready to start mapping. When you fly an automatic mapping flight, the Parrot BlueGrass Fields system then generates an NDVI crop map right there on your smart device in real time. This map makes it easy to analyze your field and identify problem areas. You can also add further value to this data by adding your own annotations. Then, you can fly a second semi-automatic flight. The drone will fly automatically from one point of interest to another. But at each point, you can also take manual control, taking additional photos or capturing video to get a better understanding of your crops. After your scouting mission is done, you can further analyze the data you've collected using the Pix4D Fields mapping software included. For example, to identify in-field variabilities and to create exportable prescriptions. Any prescriptions you do create in Pix4D Fields can then be imported into virtually any farm management information system or tractor. Parrot BlueGrass Fields. Map, Scout, Act.
I will now give an overview of the Sensefly EBX. The EBX allows you to work virtually every site, no matter how demanding. This is due to its space-friendly, steep landing technology, ultra-robust design, live air traffic data, and more. All backed by Sensefly trusted professionals and local support, Spatial Innovision Limited. The EBX is ideally suited to the varied and evolving needs of mapping professionals such as surveying and construction companies, quarry and mine operators, agronomists and forestry engineers, professional drone service providers, aerial imagery companies, environmental researchers, and more. The EBX is supplied with Sensefly eMotion flight planning and data management software. Pix4D, which is a processing software, is available for purchase from Spatial Innovision, the authorized Sensefly distributor. It is efficient and precise in that the EBX can meet the exacting requirements of every project. Its unique endurance extension options unlock a flight time of up to 90 minutes versus a maximum endurance of 59 minutes by default. With this capability activated, the drone is able to achieve vast single flight coverage of up to 500 hectares, which is 1,235 acres at 400 feet. While the EBX built-in high precision and demand RTK function helps operator to achieve absolute accuracy of down to 3 centimeter, which is 1.2 inch without drone control points. This EBX is a multi-purpose drone. The EBX includes a range of revolutionary new camera options to suit every mapping job, from land surveying and topographic mapping to urban planning, crop mapping, thermal mapping, environmental monitoring, and many more. These cameras include the new Sensefly Soda 3D for stunning 3D reconstruction of vertical environments, the best-in-class Sensefly Area X RGB photogrammetry camera, and the Sensefly Duet T for creating geo-accurate thermal map. I will speak more about the cameras. The Sensefly Soda 3D is a unique drone photogrammetry camera with a 1-inch sensor which changes orientation during flight to capture 3 images, 2 oblique and 1 nadir, every time, instead of just 1 for a much wider field of view. The result is a stunning digital 3D reconstruction in vertically focused environments, such as urban areas, open pit mines, and coastlines, and over larger areas that quadcopter drones cannot achieve. Sensefly Soda 3D is optimized for quick, robust image processing with Pix4D mapper. The Sensefly Area X is a compact drone photogrammetry camera with advanced photo system Type C. This rugged innovation offers an ideal blend of size, weight, and digital single reflex camera DSLR-like images. It has a built-in smart exposure technology. It provides outstanding image detail and clarity in virtually all light conditions, day or night, allowing operators to map for more hours per day than ever before. The next one is the Sensefly Duet T. This is a dual camera thermal mapping rig, which lets mapping professionals create geo-accurate thermal maps and digital surface models quickly and easily. The Duet T includes both a high-resolution thermal infrared camera and a Sensefly Soda RGB camera with 1-inch sensor. Both image sources can be accessed as required, while the rig's built-in camera position synchronization feature works in sync with Pix4D mapper photogrammetry software to simplify the map reconstruction process. The other one is a Sensefly Sequoia Plus. This captures crops imagery across 4 highly defined visible and non-visible spectral bands, plus RGB imagery in just one flight. It supports high precision RTK workflows, and with its inbuilt automatic radiometric calibration used alongside Pix4D Fields or Pix4D mapper, there is no need for a calibration target. The result is a quick, seamless workflow and consistent, repeatable measurements, which are key to high quality decision making. Also, the Sensefly EBX is efficient and precise, which it can meet the exacting requirements of every project. Its unique endurance extension option, which is a battery, unlocks a flight time of up to 90 minutes. With this capability activated, the drone is able to achieve vast single flight coverage of up to 1,235 acres. Some of the specifications of the EBX are: it weighs 2.2 to 3.1 pounds depending on camera, sensors, and battery. It has a radial link of up to 3 kilometers up to 8 kilometers. The cameras are interchangeable and optional, such as the ones that I speak about just before. And it have a GNSS grade accuracy, surveying grade. The software to operate the drone is eMotion, which create the flight plan and control the drone in flight. Some of the photogrammetry software which it is compatible with are the Pix4D mapper, Pix4D BIM, Pix4D Fields, ESRI Drone2Map, Trimble Business Center, Drone Deploy, and others. The output can then be exported into other image processing software such as AutoCAD, ArcGIS, Trimble Business Center, and more. The EBX will give a ground sampling distance of down to 2.5 centimeter and absolute accuracy of 1.5 centimeter using real-time kinematic data, or PPK, which is post-processing kinematic data. In the package, once purchased, you will receive one EBX body, wings, a pair, one hard case, one radio modem, a battery, smart charger, and the USB cable. A video will now be played showing little of what the EBX does. hope you all enjoyed that video and my section of the presentation. I will now hand you all over to Mr. Lionel Grant, who will speak about after image collection processing software.
Thanks, Everard. Good morning, or good day rather, everyone. As mentioned earlier, my name is Lionel Grant, GIS Solutions Specialist here at Spatial Innovision Limited. I will be presenting on post-processing software alternatives. I hope at the end of this presentation that you would have appreciated an understanding of what the software are, the packages are, their workflow, output, licensing, the system requirements, and at the end, I will provide some useful resources that you can further explore at your leisure for further information on the packages. So my colleague, having dealt with image capture, which is your drone side of processing, of the steps in image processing. The next step is your processing of your drone imageries, your still imageries to usable products, deliverables for your organization or your company. As long as your drone is able to collect certain metadata, your XYZ coordinates, such as the ones that were mentioned, your EBX and your Parrot drones, then you'll be able to do further processing. The first software that we'll be looking at is Drone2Map for ArcGIS. You may be wondering what this is, or perhaps some of you here already know what it is. It is a standalone 64-bit desktop application that turns your raw still imagery collected from your drone into valuable information products that are useful in your ArcGIS. Is it a desktop application? Yes. Is it ArcMap? No. Neither is it ArcGIS Pro. It's a standalone application that runs independently of these platforms. About Drone2Map for ArcGIS, what can you get from it? Well, you can create 2D and 3D map features. You can monitor environmental changes, the impact of natural disaster. As drones continue to revolutionize the way we perform our work day to day, Drone2Map for ArcGIS can help you, your organization, gain the benefits of the emerging technology. Your organization can achieve cost reduction in aerial imaging, collection, and processing. Here is the image processing process. So we dealt with drone capturing of still imagery. Now we're looking at processing through your Drone2Map for ArcGIS and your Pix4D mapper, which we'll talk about later. You can then share your results to your partners, your clients, or within your company through platforms such as your ArcGIS Online, or even as a 3D PDF from your Drone2Map for ArcGIS. The products that you hope to achieve from your Drone2Map for ArcGIS is dependent on the image capture by your drone. Let's look first at your nadir capture, which captures your rooftops. If you think, for example, a lawn cutting, using the lawnmower to cut, it moves in that kind of pattern where it collects your rooftops imagery. The product of this is your ortho mosaic, a 2D output, which is simply your base maps, kind of the ones that you'll see when you go on your ArcGIS Online, your ArcMap, and your ArcGIS Pro. The next class of product is your low oblique. And you can see from the imagery that it captures rooftops as well, based on the angle of capture, but also that it gives a side view. So this is suitable for your 3D output, your 3D point cloud, your 3D mesh for your analysis and your inspection. The high oblique, which creates your third class of products, on the other hand, deals with as you can see, a full side view of a building, of your structures. Perhaps you want to do inspection of your bridges, your high-rise buildings, your dams. You can get yourself out of harm's way by using this technology to do the inspection for you. The advent of drone technology and Drone2Map for ArcGIS makes it easier for you to do your inspection and analysis. It has been said that a picture is more than 1,000 words. The advent of drone technology and Drone2Map for ArcGIS makes this statement more true than it has ever been. As from your inspection, you can make your analysis and see the wealth of capabilities that you receive in doing your inspections. How is Drone2Map for ArcGIS licensed? Well, as I mentioned before, it's independent of your ArcMap and your ArcGIS Pro. Whether you have these applications, yes or no, you can still run your Drone2Map. It's not an extension of these. It's only required that you have Portal, a named user subscription that you'll receive either through your ArcGIS Online or through your ArcGIS Enterprise. Now we look at our second option, which is your Pix4D mapper. This presentation is not really a comparison per se of which is better, because both have a wealth of capabilities. In fact, Pix4D is actually the photogrammetric engine behind your Drone2Map for ArcGIS. Pix4D Mapper is the leading photogrammetric software. It uses imageries collected by your drones to create products such as your 3D point clouds, your 3D mesh, and your 2D products such as your orthomosaics. What are some of the features that you can get when marrying your drone technology with your Pix4D mapper? Well, you're looking at sub-centimeter accuracy, survey grade accuracy, that is. And if you're going down all the way to centimeters, that's very good accuracy. But in case you want to be spot on, you have the option of collecting ground control points. You also can edit the products that you get, your point clouds, your digital surface models, DSM for short, your 3D mesh, and your ortho mosaics. In addition, let me highlight that you have complete control over the project that you're undertaking. Thanks to the geofence technology of your emotion software in your drone, you can set your parameter for your image capture and then do further processing. How can Pix4D Mapper benefit me? How can it benefit my industry, my company? Well, as you can see on screen, there's a wealth of benefits and capabilities for a myriad of industries. And these are just a few that I have included in this presentation. Whether you're into construction, mining, agriculture, natural resource management, Pix4D Mapper has a suitable place in your workflow. For example, if you're in surveying and mapping, you can generate 2D and 3D data from your drone images and produce survey-grade deliverables. You can increase your productivity, boost efficiency by spending less time in the field and saving operational costs. You can use your checkpoints and your RTK from your drone to make your products accurate in terms of accuracy. You reduce survey risks and operational hazards. There's no need for you to really climb on stockpiles or get near cliffs. Let your drone and your processing software do that for you. If you're into construction, you can use the technology to do your topographic surveys, stockpile measurement, cut and fill calculation. You can even do your inspections, as mentioned before. Let me also mention that agriculture sees a wealth of benefit from this technology as well. When you look into your NDVI, which is your normalized difference vegetation index rather, where you want to see if you're into commercial agriculture, it's a business that you want to get into, you can do your analysis. Instead of going out in a large field and having a lot of manpower and it's time consuming, what you can do is use this long-term efficient solution to get the job done, as the sensors in the camera will then pick up whatever reflection the crops are giving, and from that reflection, once it's processed in your software, you will be able to see, are the crops healthy, are they doing well, are my farm management techniques working, etc. The image processing process of your Pix4D mapper. On the drone end, which is where you capture your RGB, thermal, or multispectral images, you also automate your flight. And then that will collect certain information such as your metadata, your X, Y, and Z values. Capturing images, that's also your drone end. You then do further processing in your Pix4D mapper. And this you can then share, as you will have cloud storage, share and collaborate using your Pix4D cloud. As you can see on screen, the output or the capabilities of your Pix4D mapper are many and varied, from orthomosaic all the way in a clockwise direction to digital elevation model. Your orthomosaic, which are your base maps, you can do volumetric calculation, you can create your 3D mesh, etc. Now let's look at some of the products that are generated from the software, and these as well, might I add, are also products of your Drone2Map for ArcGIS. On screen is a 3D triangular mesh with photorealistic texturing available on level of detail formats. This is perfect for sharing and visualization. You can also do your analysis and your inspection from this. This is also a product of your 3D point cloud, which I'll talk about further on. Here's another example of your 3D textured mesh. And might I add that in your Pix4D mapper, you can rotate this imagery. This is just a snapshot of the product. You can rotate it to do your further inspection, your analysis, and even have the option of editing the output. Here's the point cloud. And this is a very highly accurate 3D model with your coordinates. So you can do measurements, you can do calculations from here. Measurements such as your diameters, your curvatures, and even distance. Here's orthomosaic, as we mentioned before, which is your base map. Only here it will be specific to your industry, and this is actually your work and your output. This has no, and a benefit of this is that it leaves you with no perspective distortions, but only accurate geolocation. You can also generate your contour maps, a simplified representation of topography with close contour, which displays your elevation. Contour lines are generated from your digital terrain models. The digital terrain model would then be a product of your LiDAR technology incorporated into your drone, where it extracts the built environment and just gives you bare earth. Here's your digital surface model now, which on the other hand takes into account the built environment. And simply, it is 2D imagery with height values. So all your structures, your poles, buildings, it will also give you measurements of them. And you may be wondering, what are the system requirements? What is needed to facilitate the operation of the software? Well, as you can see on screen, we recommend quad-core or hexa-core processor. And based on the size of your workflow, the number of images that you're collecting, whether it's a small, medium, or large project, here are the storage requirements. For further information, Here are some links that you can further explore at your leisure in order to get more information on the software. You can also contact Mr. Everard Johnson, who is the geomatics product specialist, and he will be able to provide information on the packages. We have come to the end of this presentation. Thanks so much for joining. We'll now take your questions.